What's up guys, Miticus here, and I am bringing you a team builder this week, which is a little different than what I've been doing in the previous weeks. I have not been doing a team builder. I've only been doing the actual video of the battle upload on Saturdays, but I did want to go ahead and do a team builder this week just to try to maybe get some more videos on the channel, and hopefully y'all kind of see where I'm at least coming from with my teams. I know I've been losing, but at least hopefully with a team builder I can kind of get you to understand what my thought process was, even though it didn't play out like that in the actual battle itself. This week we have JustKurt. He is the coach of the POrtage Herdiers, longtime coach of the APA in our showdown market, and then I think he's been part of the Wi-Fi variation for like the last couple seasons. So he was previously the coach of the Winnipeg Blue Blastoids, which is actually what he started out this season being, but he actually switched this week. I think it's his first week as the Herdiers. So that is who we're playing this week. He has a terrifying team, and it's going to be really difficult for us to play around, but I do think that we have the appropriate team built here to take out his team. And I just want to real quick pull up his team real fast. That way I can kind of go over what that is going to be. You should all already see it on the layout, but I did not actually bring it up. So I need to do that just real quick here. Okay. So his team is going to be Celesteela, Mega Venusaur, Necrozma, Scolipede, Vaporeon, Flygon, Alolan Persian, Electros, Porygon Z, Hitmonchan, and Talonflame. So he's got a very good team. The things I noticed first are the Celesteela and the Mega Venusaur. Those two things are going to be really hard for us to break through. We have to play very strategically to make sure that our wall breakers stay around in order to take care of both of those. Scolipede is very scary, being able to you know, get its speed boost and break some of our walls. Flygon scary this generation because it got Dragon Dance. Persian scary because it gets Parting Shot. Electros with Assault Vest is incredibly hard to break. Porygon Z is it's a pretty tough mon. It's got some decent coverage. It's got Bolt Beam, which is very difficult for our team. Hitmonchan, which I'm not really afraid of, but it can definitely do some things to us. It's a rapid spinner and that. Talonflame is very scary if we don't get rocks up and it maintains its Gale Wings ability. That is incredibly scary. So priority 1 is to get rocks up to make sure that thing does not get to capitalize on its ability, and also rocks so that the Scolipede is weakened fairly early on, and to ensure that he can't Volt Switch too much with the Electros. He doesn't have the best removal. Hitmonchan, Talonflame, and Flygon. Does Flygon have Defog? Regardless, Flygon's is gonna want to do more than Defog, to say the least. Hitmonchan's probably his best option at removal. Talonflame definitely isn't going to want to come in, take 50% in Defog, and potentially take a hit. So unless I'm missing something, that is kind of what his removal is. His setters are going to be the Necrozma, and is Necrozma his only rock setter? I could be wrong. There could be another rock setter there that I'm not looking at currently. But so yeah, that is kind of what we're dealing with this week. And now we're going to go over the team that I am bringing and kind of my thoughts on why I'm bringing these particular mons. So for one, we're bringing Gyarados. And I have Mega Gyarados with Crunch, Ice Fang, Waterfall, and Dragon Dance. I made a mistake and accidentally closed out that. Sorry guys, let me go back to his team. Okay, so Crunch is going to be for the Necrozma. It's going to be for, you know, it's a good stab move for his other mons that are resistant to water. We have also, like I said, Ice Fang. That Ice Fang is going to be very, very good for mons such as the Flygon. It's going to be good for the Mega Venusaur because we're Mold Breaker and we can break through the Venusaur's thick fat. And Waterfall after Dragon Dance, since I am Mold Breaker, I don't have to worry about the Vaporeon coming in and with the Water Absorb. So that's kind of the mindset behind that. A +2 Gyarados, if I can get the +2, can absolutely destroy his team. So that's something that I will try to keep my Gyarados healthy for, to enable it to possibly get the +2. +1 isn't quite enough to sweep, but +2 most certainly is. Gyarados has a tremendous attack stat, and let's kind of look at the EV spread I have rocking here. I have 148 on the HP. That allows me to live several different hits that I typically would not be able to live in order to get a Dragon Dance up. 252 Adamant. Again, this thing is a monster on the attack stat, and I'm running enough speed to outspeed a lot of his mons at +1, and definitely outspeed his entire team at +2. I think the only one I have to worry about is Scarf Flygon at +1, but there could be something else I'm missing out on. Scolipede I gotta watch out for, of course, but that's really it. Yeah. So moving on to the next mon here, we have Alomomola, Leftovers, Regenerator, of course, Protect, Wish, Knock Off, Scald. Just going to need to be able to Wish pass to Gyarados, to possibly some of the next mons that we're going to go over. Wish Pass is going to be tremendously beneficial for our team this match, keeping us healthy and keeping some of our wall breakers to where they can come in and possibly take a hit if they need to, and either set up and break some walls, maybe later on get wished back up to health. Our wall breakers do have a little bit of bulk in them, so that is going to allow us to be able to wish pass into them, which is very beneficial. Very typical spread that we're running, 244 on the health, 12 attack. I don't remember exactly what that 12 is for. It could just be that I wanted to put it to something, and that's what I decided to do. A little bit of defense there that was going to help me take some more of those physical attacks from his mons, such as Scolipede and Flygon and Hitmonchan, Talonflame, things like that. And then special defense. I really am terrified of his Celesteela, his Mega Venusaur, his Necrozma, his Electros, and his Porygon Z. That special defense is definitely going to allow me to take a lot of those hits much better. And with Leftovers and Wish, I should be able to stall out the majority of those mons if he's running a standard set with them. Going through to the next mon, we have Jolteon. Life Orb, Voltazorb, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, HP Ice, and Charge Beam. Charge Beam is me being a little witty, but maybe trying to get a free +1 off to make whatever he goes into, whether it be his Flygon or some of his other mons. I can get a better Volt Switch off, or in case of the Flygon, the HP Ice could actually knock him out after +1. So that's really good. Running just enough speed to outspeed. What is it that I'm outspeeding at 196? It would be his Talonflame. No, not Talonflame. 196. Possibly could be the Scolipede. Yeah, probably the Scolipede. I think Scolipede hits like 112 or something. That still seems like a lot. But regardless, we are speed creeping to creep out his fastest mon, unscarfed. We have Hades here, who as Assault Vest is going to be able to come in and take hits from the Mega Venusaur with this, and possibly Final Gambit it, Bug Buzz, Acid Spray, whatever comes in, and then knock it out with a Bug Buzz after that, and then HP Electric, and that is going to be for the Celesteela, I believe, just to get some chip off on it because everything else did pathetic amounts of damage. Also HP Electric for the Vaporeon, though I think Bug Buzz probably does more. And then, oh, HP Electric was mostly for the Talonflame, I'm almost certain, now that I'm looking at the team matchup. And then we have, let's see, let me look at the spread. 108 is going to outspeed, I'm pretty sure it was a Scolipede in this case. I think that's his fastest mon on his team, just without looking too much into it. 140 special attack, which isn't maxed out by any means, but honestly I don't really need to be maxed out. I'm just trying to use a Selgor to chip off most of his stuff so I can sweep with Gyarados, and as you'll see my other breaker here in just a moment. Sticky Hold allows me to take any kind of knockoffs and contain my Assault Vest, which is going to be really, really nice, and also makes me be able to switch into knockoffs without hesitation whatsoever. Although I don't have the best defense, the knockoffs still aren't going to do that much. Enough, but not that much. Going to the next mon here, we have the Donphan, Leftover, Sturdy, Stealth Rocker, Earthquake, my Rapid Spinner, and Knockoff. Very, very bulky with 252 EVs into HP. We're going to run the Adamant Max Attack variant and a little bit of defense there with 4. Making sure that we keep our HP stats on the odd number to ensure that we can switch in on Stealth Rocks one extra time, I believe is how that goes. He's going to do something very straightforward here. He's not doing anything too out of the ordinary. He's going to be setting rocks. Again, going to be a priority to make sure that the Scolipede and the Talonflame especially are getting whittled down as much as possible. Again, especially that Talonflame. The Talonflame is very, very scary. We need to make sure that we do not enable him to be able to fire off Flare Blitz or any other kind of moves multiple times. Again, the recoil moves, so it's not necessarily a thing that's going to happen anyway, but in the case that he's roosting and things like that and coming back in, you kind of get what I'm saying. We don't want that to happen, and again, Stealth Rocks does a tremendous amount of damage to him anyway, and that's going to make us be able to sweep late game, hopefully if we get that chance. Let's go on to our last but not least mon. Our next wall breaker is going to be the Latios. This was a little tricky for me. I wasn't quite sure how to go with Latios here. I knew that Celesteela pretty much walled us with the stabs, Outrage, and Zen Headbutt. As you'll see, I'm running a physical variant with a Thunderbolt mixture. Dragon Dance is going to allow us to outspeed the majority of his team. The only thing we have to watch out for is that if we're at +1, we have to make sure that we make the correct move when Scolipede comes in, if it does come in, because there's two things that could happen. If Scolipede could click Protect, and then if we do not Dragon Dance on his Protect, he's going to outspeed us and can knock us out with a Mega Horn. The other thing that could happen there is that we could go for the attack on Scolipede. He could Protect, get his speed boost, and then again, with both of us at +1, he is going to be able to outspeed us and knock us out with a Mega Horn if he connects. So I gotta be very careful, make the right decision there. That is something that I've just got to make sure I do correctly. I'm running Electrium Z for the Celesteela. That should definitely whop it pretty hard. After a little bit of chip damage, I'm almost certain that unless this thing is extremely especially defensive, it's going to knock it out. It shouldn't take much chip at all. The EV spread is all spread out. 44 HP, 204 attack, 172 special attack, 12 special defense, and 76 speed, and running a hasty nature. So that is most definitely not going to help us with the Mega Horn situation on Scolipede, but it doesn't matter. The Mega Horn would knock us out regardless if we were hasty or not. So that's why I chose to go ahead and with the hasty nature. So guys, that is the team that we're bringing. We're gonna bring Mega Gyarados, Alomomola, Jolteon, Sogor, Donphan, and the Latios. That's the 6 we're bringing. Again, the team that we are facing is the POrtage Herdiers, coached by JustKurt. His team again is Celesteela, Mega Venusaur, Necrozma, Scolipede, Vaporeon, Flygon, Alolan Persian, Electros, Porygon Z, Hitmonchan, and Talonflame. Now, currently on the season, right now, the Herdiers are, I believe, 2-1, and we are 0-2. So it's not been a good start for us at all. Hopefully, we can pick up a win here, get some momentum going into week 4 and into the second draft starting in week 5. Guys, that's going to be it for me. Make sure that you're liking the video. It helps me tremendously. It encourages me to make these videos, and it definitely gets the video recognized a lot more. Comment below what you think of this team. How do you think this team's going to match up against his team? Do you think we have a good shot? Do you not think we have a good shot? What are some things that you would have done differently with this team that I didn't do that maybe that I should think about when I'm battling next time? Maybe there's some mechanics that I'm not quite figuring out, or something that I'm not quite understanding, or maybe there's a matchup that I had in my favor that I'm not taking advantage of. Let me know. I would be super appreciative of that. Any kind of positive criticism is completely, wholeheartedly appreciated. So if you haven't already, subscribe. We're on our way to 500 subs right now. We're at the time of this recording, we're at 328 subs. So I thank you so much for your support this season. It has meant a tremendous amount. We're doing really well in the sub count, and I'm very appreciative of the support I've gotten this season. Our videos are getting anywhere from I think 600 or 700 views to upwards of, like, I think my draft analysis is at like 1,200 right now. So that's all you guys being super supportive. If only like a fraction of you guys would like this video, like 20%, that would be just, you have no idea how much I would appreciate that. So do that for me. That would be awesome. If you're watching this video, just scroll down just a little ways, hit that thumbs up, and I would love to hear from you. I promise if you comment, I will comment back. I'm not going to leave you hanging down there. If you have a question to ask or just a comment to make, I will reply in some form or fashion. Guys, I will see you tomorrow when the video, when the battle goes live. Wish me luck. We're going to try to hit it hard and pick up a W, pick up our first win of the season. So here we go. Fingers crossed, guys. Peace.